It's probably resilience, mirroring what we do to the business. I think I'm really proud about all our initiatives. We don't do initiatives for the interest of actually getting an accolade or just doing it in the interest of it all. It's also about the impact. And even though some of the impact of the work that we're doing cannot be felt now, I know that in years to come, you can always look back and be like, we were the first ones that pioneered this, or in terms of the different projects, for example, video interviewing, it's our first time. So it may seem like a no-brainer now, but I'd love to see that it becomes bigger and better and widely used in the organization. So it's pioneering things that haven't been tried in the organization before. You've got to be open to learning. I think learning agility is very important. I think what I see a lot is people want to just quickly shoot up, and which is okay. But learning agility, having a great attitude, I think for us specifically in the services industry, attitude is key. If you've got a foul attitude, no one wants to work with you, right? So I think having a great attitude, having the willingness to learn, having the willingness to contribute, being courageous. Sometimes you may sit in your little corner and think you're not adding value, but if you just raise your hand, you will be seen and people can take you seriously because of your great attitude, your willingness to learn, and the willingness to contribute. And I think leaders naturally gravitate to people who are willing to grow, willing to grow their careers, themselves, and the business. Yeah, so, coming from I've only ever worked in large organizations, the type of role I have. And one of the key things is to find change agents. So I'm trying out Whammy, for example, now. I'm not going to go big scale. I'm going to try it and I'm going to get someone to rave around it. Then I'm going to try it in another part of the business and I'm going to literally have my change agents around. And I think that's one of the key things I've had to learn from my leaders as well. Like, don't go big, boom, here's done. There's certain things that you have to do that, but there's certain things where you may need to increase and build that proof of concept, get buy-in. But when it comes to things like rolling in ATS, I think you want to do scale, because if you don't do scale, you're not going to get the return on investment quick enough. But certain initiatives, especially when it comes to digital technology, you do want to focus people as you go along. Someone might say you're not brave enough, but to be honest, you need people to buy into the concept. If you don't have that, then that piece of technology might not work in the organization. So it's important that you build change makers, and not people in the HR space only, but people in business that can also rant and rave about it. Your new hires, for example, if they come in like, oh yeah, I went through that, and they give the experience, everyone's like, oh okay, maybe let's try it. So I think it's important to always build your proof of concept, make sure that you've got your change agents cheering others on, specifically those that might want to resist the platform.